Hello folks, Happy New Year to you all. This is my first vlog of the new year. It's the 27th of January. It's been just over 4 weeks since my last vlog. Got a lot to fit in today. I've got an unboxing of my horror box subscription for January. I have also got some footage of the weather that we've been having, which you might find interesting. I've got a special unboxing, but it's not really a box, it's more a bag, but I'll tell you about that later. That's a special one, and basically I'll just be filling you in on what's been happening, which isn't a lot really, but coming up first. Oh, also by the way, sorry, also I've got the Jigsaw gallery for all the jigsaws which were in my advent calendar. It'll be running up to Christmas, so that's the Jigsaw gallery for today. I haven't done any jigsaws, you can tell me off if you want. The reason being is the weather's been that rough and that bad that my fingers, I've not been able to grip the pieces properly or hold the pieces properly. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll be starting doing my jigsaws again. And as you can see from a couple of pictures which I'm going to put at the end of the jigsaw gallery, I have got a fair few to get through. It's all go, I tell you. Anyway, coming up first, we've got the unboxing of the horror box subscription for the Abominable book club for January 2025. Right, here we go. Abominable Book Club Horror Box subscription for January 2025. This is usually very messy because he put loads of paper chips in there, so I'll have to hoover up once I've finished. Right, let's see what we've got. We'll start off with the obvious first, shall we? We'll start off with the obvious. And this is my my bag of goodies. Basically, all drinks. Open it up. It's got all sorts in here. You've got... Hold on. You've got coffee bags, you've got hot chocolates, you've got all sorts, like everything. You've got coffee bags, you've got Galaxy hot chocolate there, you've got a couple of teas, you've got a Nescafe. I'll have to pass that one on again. I think that's the ginger one. Yeah, lemongrass and ginger. I've got 3 of them now. I've got to pass on to people because as I've told you before, I am actually allergic to ginger, and if I have it in its purest form, it'll shut my system down, so I don't really want to take that risk. So that's the first item that's in the box, and they're basically just drinks. They're all drinks. Right. The second lot, it's quite funny that I've got these actually, because I've only just finished eating some of these, and they're a company called Border, and they do little biscuits, and as you can see, you've got them there, which are, let me just get this right, shortbread rings. You've got 2 chocolate cookies, and you've also got 2 butterscotch crunch. They are my sweet treats this time. Lovely, lovely. Now, good job I got my scissors because I'm going to need them. This is my second-hand book. The second-hand book is always nicely, neatly sealed with a little wax seal on it like that. I think that's how they should do the newer books, but that's how they do the second-hand one. So I'll just cut the trimmings on it. That's that bit done. Open it up. See what we've got. It's usually either a thriller or a horror. We have got nothing because I can't get this out of the thing. It's a Dean Koontz book, another one of my favourite authors. And it's Mr. Murder. I don't think I've read this one actually. Dean Koontz, Mr. Murder. That is the second-hand book. You always get a second-hand book. That is the second-hand book in my box. Now the good thing is, if I get second-hand books that I've already read, then I will pass them on to other people. I will either pass them to a charity shop, or I will pass them to people in my local area who probably haven't read them books, you know. Anyway, next thing, a brand new called Wake Up and Open Your Eyes by Clay McLeod Chapman. Wake up and open your eyes. It says, a rabbit hole stocked with terror all the way down. That's the review for it, so that is the first book. Put that down there. Oh, we've got something we don't usually get. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool actually. This one is called Remains. and as you can see, it's not a normal size book. It's quite thin, but there's a lot in it. There's a lot of what's it as well. There's pictures in it as well. So I'm looking forward to that actually. It's called issue 1. And the thing's called Remains. So it must be all about different books and stuff that are coming out or things like that, I've got a feeling, because it says issue 1. So I'll have to look into that to find out what it is and who it's by. I think it's by multiple authors, that's the thing, it's by multiple authors. Right, we have some more stuff. A signed Wake Up and Open Your Eyes, that's signed, as you can see, by the author. Word, there you go, by the author. I love my bookmarks. My bookmarks, because they've always got a story on the back, and they've also got the QR code, which is there. Is that there? Yeah, there. And another one next to it. And basically it'll give you all information about the box and what's in it and the authors, etc, etc. Got some more stuff here. Hold on. Shake all the stuff off it. Oops, let me just get rid of all the paperwork. Right, I've got another thing here. This is from Clay McLeod Chapman as well, and that's his written letter to you, basically to say who he is, what the book's about, hope you enjoy it, etc, etc. So that's in there as well. We have a couple of cool bookmarks. This one says, I'm not sure, give blood storage, very cool. And it says, the Royal Blood Bank, Dr. H. Globin, very good, hemoglobin, very good, red blood cell specialist, and it shows you the picture there, and then on the back it shows you the fact that he must be a vampire or something. There you go, as you can see. And it says, give blood. That's a bookmark. Another bookmark there, which is the Great Reawakening is coming, and that accompanies the book that's in there. That accompanies the book. And I think that's it for my January box. Yeah, that is it for my January box, and that is the Abominable Book Club subscription book box for January 2025. Now, since my last vlog, it's been quite quiet in Blackpool, because obviously it's that time of year between January the 1st and end of March when nothing's really open. There's nowhere to really go, and the weather's that bad that you don't really want to go out anyway. It's the end of January, and to be honest with you, we've only had a couple of 3 days where it hasn't rained. We've had bad wind as well, because we had the aftermath of the storm that hit the UK. Scotland had it a lot worse than us, so did Ireland and parts of Wales, but we got hit quite bad with the winds. We had wind speeds up to 75 miles an hour. I didn't go out in it, I'm not that silly. But yeah, it's been weird because we had something which Blackpool doesn't get very often, as you can see from a video after I've finished talking for a minute, and it's snow. Now, we don't get snow in Blackpool. I think the last time was a decent layer of snow. It must have been about 10 years ago, it must have been. So yeah, it was nice to see, don't get me wrong, it was lovely to see, and we did actually end up having snow for like 3 or 4 days before it all disappeared. But once like one night you sort of went to sleep, you woke up and everywhere was white. 2 days later you went to sleep, you woke up and everywhere was clear. So that's the weather in Blackpool. Like I say, I haven't been up to a lot at all. I've been struggling with my mental health a little bit. I've not had good times, to be honest with you. It's hit me quite hard. It hasn't for a while, but the last couple of weeks has been really, really bad. I've struggled. I wrote a new poem, my first one of 2025. And it's basically about what they don't tell you about grief, what they don't tell you, because they do tell you a lot of stuff about this and this. They don't tell you how you're going to feel on a daily basis. They don't tell you how it's going to affect your life and everything about it, and how literally it can just creep up on you. 1 minute you can be absolutely fine, then suddenly something will hit you and bang, you'll realise that you're without the person that you thought you'd spend the rest of your life with. So it is difficult. It's very, very difficult. Like I say, I've got a good support network of family and friends who look out for me, so that's really, really important to me. I think without them, I don't think I would have got through it. So yeah, like I say, I've been struggling a little bit. Now, I've got a lot of projects on the go that I need to get sorted, including doing jigsaws, because I have literally got about 70 or 80 jigsaws to do, and I keep getting more and more because I'm mad on the things, but I need to start doing them. And once the weather's improved a bit and I can feel my fingers a bit more, then I will definitely start doing my jigsaws again, and you'll start seeing new jigsaws on my jigsaw gallery, because of, like I say, I must have about 40 down by my TV. Now, when I last spoke to you, I was watching New Tricks. Now, I've finished it. I've finished all 12 seasons of it, and it's absolutely brilliant. I cannot fault it one bit. All the actors are great. I was upset when it ended, I must admit, because it could have carried on, because there's that many unsolved crimes. Oh, sorry. New Tricks is about UCOS, and what it is, it's the Unsolved Case and Open... No, hang on. Unsolved Crimes and Open Case Squad. And it stands for, and UCOS is the shortened version, and it's about 3 retired detectives, policemen, basically, DIs and what have you, and also an up-and-coming woman who's in charge of them. And basically they investigate murders where years ago there was no forensic evidence and not as much technology as we've got nowadays. But now they've got the technology, they can go back and reopen these cases and solve them, basically. And people who've been guilty of murder 30 years ago are finally getting caught. Now, it's a really good, clever concept, and there's some brilliant actors in it. There's James Bolam in it, there's Dennis Lawson's in it, Amanda Redmond's in it, Tamsin Outhwaite, Dennis Waterman, I've already said, James Bolam, I've already said, hang on, Alan Armstrong's good, and so is Larry Lamb, he's in it as well, and it's really, really clever, well done, and I would definitely give it 9 out of 10 if I was giving it as a series. Now I've finished watching it all. And I've started to watch a new series that, well, new, it was from 2003, and it was called Hustle. And it stars Adrian Lester, Mark Warren, Robert Vaughan, and a couple of others, Jamie Murray, Robert Glenister, and a couple of others, like I say. And it's about basically a group of hustlers, con men, basically. They're con men, but what I love about it is they will only con people who deserve it. They will only con people who have either ripped people off, who are horrible to people, or who've done something nasty. They will not actually rob your average person. They won't do it. Because their motto is literally, you can't con an honest man. You can't. If you've got an honest man, you can't con him, because he's honest. There's nothing for you to get at. There's no weakness for you to literally exploit. And I'm on season 2 now. I'm just about to start season 2, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I started watching it a few years ago, and I kind of stopped because I couldn't get into it at the time. And now I've got the time, and in the evenings I have a couple of hours every night to watch the TV. I will literally sit and watch a couple of episodes at a time, and it's really good. It's very interesting. It's funny in places. It's got a lot of humour. It's got a lot of horrible characters in it that you'd want punch in the face if you met them in the street, and everybody in it does a really, really good job. Now, what I also like about the box set is all 8 seasons are there, but at the end of each disc, at the first 2 anyway, you've got a making of, and basically it tells you how they got the cast together, the writer, the director, and everything. And it's really interesting to know how they actually put the series together. So yeah, I'm up to season 2, and at the moment I'd give it 6 out of 10. I'd give it 6, and that's quite generous for me. And obviously I've got a lot more to watch, so it could go up and it could go down. But at the moment it's 6 out of 10. But other than that, like I said, I've not been doing a lot at all. I've not been writing hardly anything. I've not been reading. I haven't read a book since before Christmas, which I need to get back into again, because I've still got hundreds of books to read. But coming up next, it's my jigsaw gallery for the Advent calendar, which I opened in 2024 all the way up to Christmas Eve. So coming up, all 24 pictures. We don't get a lot of snow in Blackpool, but this is what I woke up to the other day. As you can see, we've had a nice layer. A lot of the graveyard is covered in it completely, but it doesn't last long in Blackpool, as you're about to see. Now this is actually supposed to be a path underneath there. We had a lot of rain, as you can see, and as you're going to see in a minute, this is what it looks like today. This is exactly what it looks like in a minute. You will see it. That's how deep it is, but this is what it looks like today. And there is a path under there. It goes from the top of the screen all the way down to the bottom right corner. And as you can see, it is frozen over. As you can see from these two rather creepy pictures, we also had quite a bit of fog, and it made the graveyard look very eerie. Right, one thing I will tell you about is I have been buying a couple of hoodies just lately, hoodies and t-shirts. Now, the first one I bought, I will show you, this one. Now this is from a company called ElinasDelight. Now, ElinasDelight are on Etsy, and they do suicide awareness hoodies. Now, you're probably thinking, what does that mean? Well, it means stuff like this. As you can see, it's got nice positive messages on it, right? And a lot of people suffer with mental health, they really do. And the slogan on the front always makes me smile because it says, you are enough. Basically, it's reassuring you that no matter what you are as a person, if you suffer with mental health issues, and I do, which I do, you are enough. You know, think about your worth, think about what you're worth to other people as well, you know, because at the end of the day, you might think that you're not important to anybody, but you are. Somebody somewhere you will be important to. You should be important to yourself, really. I think that's the main thing they're saying. You know, you should be actually focused on yourself. Now, I know if that sounds selfish, I didn't mean it like that. What I meant is, you've got to love your own worth. You've got to. You've got to. Now, ElinasDelight are on Etsy. Again, I'll put the link underneath my vlog. But this particular company is one I am absolutely crazy about. Now, as you can see here, I've got a new package, right? It's a new package, and I'll open it while I'm on here. Now, the company is called Boys Get Sad Too. And they're a company, basically, that says, welcome to the BGST family. We hope you enjoy your new purchase. Without your support, our campaign wouldn't be possible. Now, they're not just your average sort of, I'm going to sell a hoodie with a message on it, blah, blah, blah. These people sell hoodies and t-shirts. You get a little sticker as well, look, Boys Get Sad Too. And basically, it's about men dealing with mental health. Because, obviously, we us men, you know, we're not supposed to get upset or angry or deep down or depressed or anything like that. And what these do is, you can see there, look, you've got a little logo there. But on the back is the main message. Now, on the back of this one, as you can see, it says, Boys Get Sad Too. Now, the thing is, I've known a few people who've taken their lives, men. I've known a few gentlemen that I know who've taken their lives, or they've tried to take their lives, or they've been in such a place where they felt they can't go on. Now, this company raises awareness of that, and this is the hoodie I've got as well. Now, you might think it's just a straight hoodie, but there is humour in it as well, because if you look, it's got a pizza logo, as you can see there. Let me just pull it back a bit, you can see it. But on the back, it's done it in a clever way. A very clever way. I'll show you when I can balance my fingers. Look what it says. Boys Get Sad Too, but it's done like a pizza delivery service advert. Now, yes, they are a bit expensive. They are indeed, yes, I will be honest about that. But it's a cause I feel quite passionate about. Too many men face problems on a daily basis, and they don't get the support that they need and the support that they deserve, because at the end of the day, yes, we're men and we're supposed to be the strong sort of, we can take anything, nothing upsets us, but we're not like that. We're just, you know, we've got emotions like everybody else. We're not shells. We're not, you know, something that you can just keep cracking on and we'll just keep saying, oh no, we're hard, we'll carry on, we'll carry on. We get upset. I mean, I'm a prime example, you know. I mean, last year when I lost my wife, sorry, in 2023 when I lost my wife, I fell to pieces and I was in tears most of the days. I was heartbroken, I was suicidal, I was not in a good place at all. And I did, at the time when it happened, I didn't think I would have anybody I could turn to other than family. You know, there wasn't anybody out there. But there is people out there. I was told of a text number. Now, this text number is brilliant because if ever you're feeling low, down, or out of it completely, you send a message to them, and within a few seconds, a human being is talking to you. Not an AI, you know, I don't want to speak to an AI. If I wanted to do that, then I'd just download an app or something. No, these are actually proper people, and they will help you. They will talk to you. They will treat you like an individual, like a human being, which is what you are. And I think that more and more awareness needs to be made for mental health issues. Recently, there was a death in my family, and that was due to mental health issues and the fact that the person responsible never got the support that he needed from the authorities. He did from his family, don't get me wrong. His family, you know, his family understood, but he didn't get the support. And it hit home again that could have been me last year. It could have easily been me, because I was in such a bad place that suicide didn't even seem like a bad thing. It seemed like a good thing. It seemed just like a way out so that I could just end it all and say that, right, that's my life, I'm done, exit, stage left. Now, I've got over that part of my life and I'm a bit more positive. Don't get me wrong, I have bad days. Like I said, last couple of weeks, I've really struggled. And having the support of my friends and my family, and one particular person who delivers post for us, or used to deliver post for us, and I'm hoping she comes back again soon. Her name is Julie Lane, and I made friends with her through the post, basically. Whenever she knocked on the door for deliver parcels, we used to talk and everything, and now we're friends. We're really good friends. And I got a knock on the door last week, and it was the normal postman, and he was delivering a parcel for me from Julie. And basically it was one of those hooded tops that go all the way down to your feet. It's fur lined inside, it's snuggly, I'm in it all the time. I've taken it off to do this vlog, but I'll be putting it back on again when I've finished it. I live in the thing, and it keeps me so warm. It's like living inside a hot water bottle. I haven't even had to have my heating on for 3 days since I've had it. I've literally not bothered, because I've been so warm and snuggly inside this long hooded tight thing. It's like a bathrobe, but it's all in one. You put it over your head, it goes down. It's got a big pouch here so you can carry stuff in it. It's got 2 pockets. It's got a belt that goes round it, and literally it almost comes down to my ankles. Well, bear in mind I'm 6 foot, so that's a lot of material. And, you know, she bought me that, and I thought it was absolutely amazing that she'd done that, because she didn't have to. And all she did was she sent me a message saying, I was worried about you being cold. And I just thought, wow, you know, that simple gesture like that, and it means the world to me. It really does. It means the world to me, you know. And I just think that I've been lucky having the family and friends support. Everybody has stuck by me. Well, a couple of people have been a bit funny with me, but that's another story. But other than that, you know, I've had all the support I need. I've had all the friendship. I've had the company when I've needed it. It's still hard in the night time, I will be honest. The evenings are something which I do struggle with, because I'm just literally sitting down watching TV on my own until about midnight. And it can get a bit lonely. It can get a bit, I get a bit sad and a bit melancholy when that happens. But I'm a lot more positive now than I was. There are 2 things I'm looking forward to this year. Two things. The first one is in March this year. My friend Steve from down south comes up for a week in Blackpool, and we'll be seeing a bit of each other, you know, going Costas and all that sort of stuff. And the second thing is next September, this September, I have got a holiday down to Cornwall. Now, yes, we are going for a family matter, but we're also turning it into a week's holiday as well. So them are 2 things. Also this year, I am hoping to go down to see my friend in Leicester, my good friend Sarah and her mum Janet, because I've been meaning to last year, but I never felt like, I didn't want to be anywhere other than here, and I had so much to do. I had forms to fill in, I had letters to write, emails to send, all to do with Deb's case. So I was really busy last year, and I'm hoping this year to get down to see them. it looks like I've had a decision on my PIP, which was up for renewal, and I put it in last April, May, and I finally heard off them to say they've reached a decision. They haven't told me what the decision is. I'm getting that through the post, so I'm still on a bit of tenterhooks to see what happens. But I will be honest, even if they turned round and told me that I couldn't have my mud PIP, which I've been on, then I would take them further. I would take it to a tribunal and so on and so forth, because I had this running a few years back, about 4 or 5 years ago, and what happened was they stopped my money. They literally stopped my money, and I had to take it to a tribunal and all sorts. But what I did, I contacted the independent newspaper, and I also started a petition online as well about how unfair it is for people with degenerative conditions that are not going to improve. The whole point is the degenerative, which means they're going to get worse. So I got in touch with the newspaper who did a story on me, and I started a petition, and it's up to about 8,000 people now who've signed it, to say that we shouldn't have to keep going for medicals when there's nothing that can improve in our conditions. It will only get worse. I mean, a prime example is my sister Paula. She's 56, right? And up until a couple of 3 months ago, they were still asking her if she was applying for jobs and looking for work and stuff. And she hasn't worked for 30 odd years, and she can't work. She hasn't got the ability to work. Her hands won't work properly at all. Her legs and her back and her feet, she suffers with CMT. She's also got a problem with her legs and her knees, and it's just like, why would you even expect people like that to have to prove that they can't work? You've already told them what they've got wrong with them and what the problems are, so why would they then turn around and say, oh well, it's okay, I'm better? You can't get better from degenerative conditions. So I'm still waiting, believe it or not. I'm still waiting for the post to come and say whether I've got it or not, whether I've got to go for a medical or not. But I'll do it. I'll go for the medical. I will go for the medicals. No problems at all with that. Because at the end of the day, I've got nothing to hide. They could even have somebody spying on me 24/7. They won't see me carrying paving slabs or, you know, running down the street or nothing. I don't do that. I go out and I've got my stick with me. I've got my calipers on if I'm going further than just the shop. And I really do struggle, you know, and it is getting worse, obviously, with age. I'm now 52, and I struggle a lot with gripping things, holding things. You know, I even have people preparing most of my food for me because I can't do it. I can't slice things up and cut things up and put them in hot stuff and boiling water and what have you. I can't do any of that. It's impossible. I've tried before and ended up burning myself or cutting myself, and it isn't really worth it, you know, it isn't worth it. But like I say, I've got this close-knit family and friends who look out for me, you know, and I think that's very important. Now, like I said, I hadn't seen you since Christmas Eve. I had a really okay Christmas, very nice. I was up my sister's round next door. I also was up there for New Year, up my sister's for New Year, and we had a nice quiet Christmas. You know, we had movies, food, drink, just talking, entertainment. It was really good, really good, and it went about as well as it could go. And before you know it, we're already over a month into the new year, you know, and that's how fast time's going. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a strange one, because today, believe it or not, the sky is actually blue. We've got blue sky and cloud. But up until about an hour and a half ago, it was absolutely plastering it down with rain. So we've got strange weathers and probably more storms to come. Anyway, on that note, I've talked your ears off. It's been a while since I've done a vlog, so I've made it, you know, entertaining a bit. I'm up to nearly 3,000 subscribers, which is shocked the hell out of me. So I'm hoping you enjoyed. There'll be some outside footage later in the year when my friend comes up from south. I'll be doing a bit of footage where we're going. I think he wants us to go Blackpool Zoo, so we might be going Blackpool Zoo as well. Only I'll need 2 tickets, one get in and one get out, but that's another story. But I hope you've all had a good start to the new year, or at least as good as it can be. I will do another vlog really soon. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all your support. Bye for now.